This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. We are at the Denver Women's Correctional Facility. I am here with the founder and the executive director of a program known as Center for Spirituality at Work. Basically, since 1999, they have been transforming the world through relationship. Let me ask you, Vi, when you first started the program here, what was the idea? Why did you decide something like this was needed?
Actually, the origin of the program came about as a result of personal calling and a need that existed in the community. We had a child in our family who was a victim of a very violent crime, and I wanted myself and our family to come out of that better rather than bitter, someday to be able to forgive. That was a process of a couple of years. But at about the point at which I knew I needed to enact that forgiveness, I was approached by a person from probation who said, you know, our understanding of your Center for Spirituality at Work is that you care about the people that nobody else wants to bother with. And there's a strong need for programming for women in prison. It's an opportunity for me to bring life out of something that was very painful in my own life, but to foster that and to see that happen for so many other women is just really exciting.
It's important to see success from other offenders continue down the road, and giving back is huge, because if I wasn't giving back, I don't think I'd be where I am today. They've basically given me back my life.
Spirituality at work. Obviously, the work part is actually how it gets out into the community. Mm-hmm. How important is the social justice part of the program to you?
Well, in reality, what we try to do with this program is we bring business and professional women together in a mentoring relationship with women during their incarceration and during reentry to the community, for the two of them to work together, partly for the success of the woman in reentry, but also for education of the community and transformation of some of the attitudes that are there that might prevent women from being able to successfully reenter. So.
Interesting. You're basically uniting a diverse group of people here,
right,
which is quite amazing, kind of the bridge bringing them together, if you will. Let me ask you, what are some of the walks of life that you've been able to help? Who are these people? Who are these girls? The
women that we work with actually come from all different backgrounds. They're as unique, but some common variables in the background of the women that we work with is addiction, abuse, significant abuse in their background that has been untreated, trauma, lack of job skills, and very reactive and impulsive behavior. The women who we recruit as mentors come from businesses and a variety of different professions. So they're attorneys, they're accountants, they're human resource directors, they're teachers, social workers, a variety of different backgrounds. So.
My favorite experience has been working on the outside. We started a reentry program with newly released women, and my experience with her lasted a little over 2 years, and it was very exciting to watch her grow and flourish. As a teacher and a mentor, I have received probably more than what they have received, because there's gifts on each side of it. You know, you bring your own brokenness, really, whichever side of the table you're on, and you heal this part in my life to say, what do I want, really has helped me clean my life up, and I have better relationships. My marriage is better. My friendships are better.
At first, when they used to say things, I was like, well, that all sounds really good, but I don't know you. For all I care, you know. You can backstab me and say what I say here in class somewhere else, and they can use it against me, and it was really difficult to open up. But with time, I was able to notice that they're very confidential. They really listen, and they really try to help you out throughout the program. So yes, I can definitely say that throughout the years, I trust making choices a lot. That every every female, because I know that they give their best. They put their heart into it.
The mentoring that once a week is really excellent, because sometimes when I have something that's a burden and that I need to deal with, she helps me even work through that. So it's not just the 5 steps, it's just my life in general. It helps me grow. You know, when I make mistakes, I say, okay, I learn from those mistakes and I move on.
Speaking of some of these components or variables that you see of women who come into the program, a lot of times these women are put in situations that they had no choice. It was something that basically they just fell into, were born into. But a lot of times it's the choices they make. How important is making choices, and how does the program help them?
What we do is actually break down a decision-making process for them to help them recognize impulsive and reactive behavior, what that looks like, what their pattern is, and how you can still honor your feelings, respect those, and what they tell you you need to do for yourself, but at the same time, put your brain in gear. And think about what it is that you really want to have happen in a situation, what you really want to have happen in life. And so then, what are the steps that you need to take in order to do that? And it includes even developing an action plan.
1999, over a decade here, you've obviously seen some big changes out there. Society is changing all the time, and it seems like it makes it even harder for people to have some discernment, if you will. And do you think the spiritual backing is something that helps them there?
I think that provides a real ground, you know, to their experience in order to be able to separate or discern, make choices, be able to determine their value system, set priorities, you know, in terms of what's most important for them.
Being in the program, I have learned to take my time, to have patience with myself, to know exactly what I want and see the situation clearly. I cannot wait to get out, start over brand new, and raise my daughter the way I should have done from the beginning. The people that work with us are great. They're wonderful. The mentors are wonderful. The book work is just, it really complements the program a lot.
Basically, we're talking about practical tools where it sounded like to me from talking to some of the ladies that you really had to do a lot of soul searching and digging deep within yourself to put that plan together.
That's for sure. It's a process of coming to know themselves, understanding their feelings. For some of them, that's a brand new experience because they've been using drugs or alcohol to suppress or kill the feelings so that they didn't feel them. And it's a whole process of really thinking through what it is they want to do in any given circumstance.
And once they get there, obviously they're going out into the world and sharing that with others. Your program, that basically is all the professionals that come forward and basically are able to mentor and get together and help these women.
That's right. There's a mutual benefit to it, though. I can tell you one of the things that the mentors often experience is that they're more focused and their lives are less stressful because they end up making better decisions as a result of mentoring somebody else in the process. So.
Folks, if you take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, you're going to see the website. On the website, you're basically going to be able to take a look at some of the events they have coming up. You're also going to see a great way that you can be a part of this program by not only donating, but basically volunteering your time, basically for programs. And as you can see, the spirituality in the workplace is something that all of you can do out there as well. Also, keep apprised of Vi's blog right there. She keeps you apprised of what's going on here in the program. It's great for people in the community as well. Speaking of volunteering, obviously people can get involved. Share with us some of the ways out there if somebody would like to help.
We're always looking for teachers for the classroom component of making choices, mentors. Other people can support the program by helping us to connect with opportunities for our women on the outside to be able to share their story. That's important for the women to be able to share their story, but it's also really enlightening for people in the community. We're looking for people with gifts in terms of writing to be able to support us in that way, office assistants and so on, and of course donors. Every nonprofit needs a donor base. So
you sit back here and you listen to some of the ladies here. You hear their journey within a short period of time. How does it touch your heart? How does that make you feel to hear that?
I'm amazed at their strength. They're letting go of an entire past, including relationships that have been there in the past, to form an entirely different future. It's an incredible witness to me, and I admire their investment in making a change. So.
Like you said, it's a win-win. It's really both ways. That is something that you have been glad to be a part of. Quite honestly, I see a sense of trust that these women have in the program. Also gives them a sense of calm and a sense of intention as they go out and basically approach their life.
That's right. That's right. And it's wonderful to see. It's inspiring to see.
Folks, take a look once again at the bottom of the screen is their website right there. Keep in mind you can help out here as far as volunteering, obviously donations, but quite honestly just spreading the word out there and letting people know there are programs like this. And if you're a business owner, a professional, and you would like to get involved, definitely contact them right there on the website as well. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.